Remember, if you never want to make a house payment again, except for property taxes, maintenance, and insurance, that's 800-566-2475. That's 800-566-2475.
This is Gary Garver. If you're a coffee drinker like I am and enjoy special brews that have a unique taste, I have the perfect premium selection for you, Volcanic Red Coffee. Volcanic Red Coffee receives its great green coffee beans from all over the world. Volcanic Red drum roasts their beans by hand for the optimal roast experience. They then put their whole or grinded coffee beans in pods and packages and ship them out to you the same day you place your order. Volcanic Red Coffee takes great pride in making sure your coffee is as fresh as if you picked the coffee beans yourself. Right now, Volcanic Red Coffee is offering a 50% discount on all coffee products. Go to www.volcanicredcoffee.com. That's www.volcanicredcoffee.com and type in the promo code GARY50 to receive a 50% discount. That's promo code GARY50. That's a 50% discount off of 2 or more bags or pods. Volcanic Red Coffee for all your premium coffee needs.
Erin here from On the Brink Morning Show, where we talk about all that is engaging in the Inland Empire. News, politics, business, family, things to do, and so much more. Join us weekdays from 6 to 7 a.m. on KCAA 102.3 FM, 106.5 FM, and 1050 a.m. or on kcaaradio.com.
Hi, y'all. Merle here. Good news. For once, my neighbors is jealous of me. You want to know why? Because my grass is growing and looking green, and I can sit on my sofa out in the front yard, and I don't even have to overwater it anymore. You know how I did it? I listened to Damn Water Boys on the Water Zone every Thursday night on KCAA. Well, I got me a smart controller, and now it waters at night, and my yard looks darn tootin'. No more sneaking around and hooking up my hose to my neighbor's spigot in the middle of the night, and his dog won't bite me anymore. And you can do it too. Listening is easier than ever. KCAA is now screaming online.
It's streaming.
What?
It's streaming, you dummy.
Well, I don't know much about streaming, but they doing it apparently at KCAAradio.com. And they also on 3 radio frequencies now too. 1050 AM, 102.3 FM, and 106.5 FM. I guess that's for those 1%ers who have 3 radios. So anywho, listen to the Water Zone and fix your yacht up right here at KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind.
Nothing says love more than chocolate. So don't forget Valentine's Day is Wednesday, February 14th. What better gift than Donna's truffles that are made individually with love and care. Valentine's Day is a special day for everyone, especially when we have a romantic partner whom we're trying to impress. Give it a little thought. When it comes to Valentine's Day candies, nothing is more impressive than an elegant box of artisan handmade truffles of Donna's Truffles. These chocolate gourmet treats will melt their hearts the moment the flavor explodes in their mouth as they bite into that first piece. We can mix and match all your loved one's favorite flavors to give it that personal touch. Don't forget to surprise your family members and all the friends you love as well. With Donna's Truffles, they'll all feel special that you remembered them with an elegant gift and know that they are loved by you. Ask Alexa for Donna's Truffles. Google Donna's Truffles at donnastruffles.com. For more info, it's 951-682-2091. That's 951-682-2091.
Would you give your house key to a complete stranger, letting that person, whose name you don't even know, walk right into your home when you're not there? One stranger who's brazenly asking you and millions of other people to do just that is Jeff Bezos. He's head honcho of Amazon, the e-commerce behemoth whose vast supercomputer network routinely compiles and stores dossiers on every one of his customers. He's obsessed with having the most data on the most people. It's a little creepy. Now, adding to the creep factor, Jeff literally wants Amazon to get inside your home. And ironically, he's using security as his rationale. Rather than simply delivering the products you order from Amazon to your doorstep, the corporation wants a key to unlock your door, allowing its delivery crews to go inside and do you the favor of placing the packages securely in your abode. What could possibly go wrong with that? Other than you being robbed, of course, either by rogue Amazon employees or by hackers, who will certainly gain access to the corporation's computerized key codes. Or maybe Crusher, your pit bull, mauls the Amazon intruder and you get sued. Need I mention that Bezos expects you to pay for the privilege of having his employees enter your home? First, his dicey Open Sesame program, which he calls Amazon Key, is available only to customers who shell out $99 a year to be Amazon Prime members. Second, you must buy a special internet unlocking gizmo and a particular camera to join his corporate key club. And guess where you must go to buy this entry technology? Yes, Amazon, where prices for the gizmo and camera setup start at $250. This is Jim Hightower saying, what a deal! For Amazon, that is. Bezos' real goal is not to get inside your home, but inside your wallet.
Are you tired of CNN constantly negative news headlines? Then come balance with Dr. Marissa, the kinder, gentler Dr. Laura. Tune in every Thursday at 7 for the podcast of the year Top 10 award-winning show, Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa on KCAA AM 1050, FM 102.3, and FM 106.5, streaming online at kcaaradio.com. Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah, right here on KCAA, the stations that leave no listener behind.
News, weather, and talk on KCAA 102.3 FM, broadcasting to the Moreno Valley, Corona, and Riverside.
Join me, Stephanie Miller, every weekday for the antidote to cantankerous conservatives. And if they don't like it, too bad. It's on KCAA.
Weekday mornings from 7 to 8.
1050 a.m. and 106.5 FM.
Hi, this is Bev from Let's Go Shopping with Bev and Friends. If you like to shop the way I like to shop, you got to remember, tune in to each Thursday afternoon at 3 p.m. That's right, we moved to Thursday at 3 p.m. with the same fun, laughing, great guests, and fantastic interviews. So remember, tune in at 3 p.m. on Thursday, right here on KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and 102.3 FM. Ciao!
Disney on Ice presents Follow Your Heart. Dive into fun with Dory and new pal Hank from Finding Dory. Dream big with the Disney princesses. Explore the emotions that inspire us from inside out. Celebrate friendship with the Toy Story gang. And discover the true meaning of family with Anna, Elsa, and Olaf from Frozen. Make lasting memories with Mickey and friends at Disney on Ice.
Playing Citizens Business Bank Arena Wednesday through Sunday. This is your last chance to see the show in the LA area. Get your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com.
This is Dick from Carpet Masters. Carpet Masters has been serving the Inland Empire for over 55 years. Carpet Masters uses extraction cleaning for your carpet because there's no better cleaning to remove the soil from your carpet. All of our furniture cleaning is done by hand in your home or in our plant. Carpet Masters also offers dry cleaning for fine furniture. Call Carpet Masters at 793-7215. That's 793-7215 for Carpet Masters.
KCAA Radio is proud to announce that the Tri-City Center in Redlands is our new home. We're fortunate to be located among some of the best businesses in the region. Among our neighbors are Ray Chiropractic, Brace Connection Orthodontist, Pain Solutions Medical Massage, Rent-A-Center, MVP Staffing Agency, Jenny Craig, Salon Centric, and many more. The Tri-City Shopping Center is located just off the I-10 between Alabama and the Tennessee exits in Redlands. The Tri-City Center is the mall with a heart. KCAA Loma Linda, your CNBC news station, where your business comes first.
Welcome to Smart Health Talk with your host, Elaine McFadden.
Take a walk on the wild side, where the birds and the bees survive. Right before me, my newfound hippie side. Once ignored these conspiracies online. Out the window, visions of the earth. Sign me up now, make sure you use your smart. Take a walk on the wild side. We'll Will the birds and the bees survive? Would your children ride to see Mother Nature sigh?
Welcome to Smart Health Talk with your host, Elaine McFadden.
Welcome, everyone. This is Smart Health Talk radio show, and this is where we get down to the nitty-gritty about the truth about what's going on and, stuff, the kind of thing you're not going to hear about on television. You're going to hear about it right here on Smart Health Talk, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Some news stories that actually can impact your life a lot, but you probably didn't hear about it on television. Now, I wonder why. Well, maybe because this is related to big corporate. Yeah. Those people in charge of our government right now, kind of calling the shots, writing the bills themselves, and telling our politicians what they should and should not be doing in their benefit. And many people thought, oh, wow, tax breaks, more jobs, we're going to be getting more money. Well, sorry to tell everybody, doesn't necessarily work that way. Guess Walmart, AT&T, and we had one other big corporation I don't have in front of me right now, but, these guys up to the same old, same old. I don't know why we think that a leopard is going to change their spots. What did Walmart do? When they get the tax breaks, it's going to mean over 10 years, it's something like 20 billion extra dollars, something like that. It's incredible. But where they make billions of dollars profit every single year. And so when we add all these tax breaks, of course, that profit's going to be a lot more. So you think, those hard-working people that are usually low income as well, maybe or maybe not have any insurance, don't get enough hours to get any benefits like a sick day or a paid vacation. Forget that, especially if you're working at Walmart. But, they go, we're going to have bonuses. And these bonuses are actually coming down to about $190 a person. There's all these stipulations. You have to work there for 20 years. I mean, who wants to work at Walmart for 20 years? And I really apologize to all those people listening that have worked at Walmart. It's just that, and maybe you're in a manager position where you're making good money, but they actually got rid of all these coal managers. They go, we'll give you guys from $10 to $11, and tried to make themselves like they were being all generous when actually laws were coming down that were going to make them pay $11 an hour. So there was no goodness out of their heart. They're going to start paying more people, and these bonuses of $190 average in return to go and fire all of these co-managers. And then they're also closing over 60 Sam's Clubs. After they got the tax break, that's what they did. So how many people are working at all these Sam's Clubs? Those are now people that are going to be without a job. And I tell you, the reason I'm concerned about this, I actually was back in the early 90s invited to come and testify on C-SPAN before the Mickey Leland Hunger Forum in Washington, D.C. I was representing every single person in the country on food stamps, myself and 5 other people. So I took it very seriously, and I felt like I was getting to be in my late 30s. I'd lived my life. I understood my mother was on welfare after she got divorced. I knew what that meant. She had disintegrated discs in her back, and she'd have this huge bag of prescription drugs for every kind of painkiller you can imagine. They kept telling her, we don't know what's wrong with you. They were milking the system, bringing her back, doing this test and that test, and billing the federal government. There is so much fraud going on in our healthcare system. That is why we need to simplify it. When we have universal health care, it's like 98% of the money goes to patient services. When we're talking insurance companies, 70%. And what are they spending that difference on? Researching people that have their service, their plans, and finding out if they're getting sick or not. Because if they're getting sick, guess what happens? You're on the boot list. Yep, they're going to get rid of you as quick as they can. And they're going to be denying. That's right. Because they don't care about you. They don't care if you live or die. They just care about profits and what they have for their shareholders. Are you a shareholder in an insurance company? Maybe you have a retirement plan that is. And that's why you're rooting for it. That whole system right there doesn't seem right. So, we want to have a system that's going to help people get ahead. And I was on welfare going to school. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be on food stamps. And what I learned about junior college, what they don't want people to have for free, is they have all kinds of trade skills that they teach there. I mean, you could learn to do air conditioning and heating repair, and you could even start your own business if you wanted. You're making like $50 an hour. Beats Walmart. Yeah, you can go work for somebody. They have all kinds. Automotive. You know how specialized automotive is nowadays? They need technical people. Microsoft. When all these servers and different companies, they're all dependent on those servers. If they break down, they need someone to come and fix that. I'm telling you, right out of college, right out of junior college, after like 1 or 2, I don't think it's even 2 years of training, $50 an hour. This is what I want for other people that were in the same position that I was. I'm the first person in my family to ever go to college. And I tell you, it changed my life. It opened my world. I understand things that I didn't understand before. People used to be able to get over on me because I was so dumb about certain things in life. And I tell you, after that, I was like, I love it when people try to get over on me because I'm like seeing right through it. And I'm just like, yeah, I see what you're trying to do to me. And guess what? Not going to work because I'm on to you. I already know all this stuff. I already know what you're talking about. And I know that you don't even know what you're talking about. So, it feels great. It feels so great to have that knowledge, to have a skill, to be able to be your own boss if you want to. And I'm telling you, think about organic farming. I tell you, those pesticide companies are running scared. Organic is shooting through the roof. All their money's on GMOs, which was the loser. Now you say, why is that? Oh, it's going to save the world. Nope. Not going to happen. As a matter of fact, we see yields when we use organic fertilizers and seeds and non-GMO anything, non-pesticide anything. We have beneficial insects by the bucket loads, and they're eating up all of the bad guys. I tell you, I saw it. I saw it last summer with my own eyes. That's because I got milkweed for my monarch butterflies. And if you tune in to KCAAradio.com, you can actually watch us right here in the studio and see me. Hey, everybody. We have our monarch butterflies here with us on a milkweed plant. Unfortunately, these are what I call my mutants. And they made me cry sometimes because I just feel so bad. These poor butterflies will never fly. They're infected with a disease that it mutates their body. Sometimes they don't even have any wings. It's so bad. I just feel so sad for these butterflies because they did nothing wrong. They did everything right. They ate their little milkweed leaves and they did their chrysalis and they did everything they were supposed to. They should not be punished like this. It's just, I know it's nature, but not really, because we're at like 43% of this disease in our monarchs. So like half of them are dying from it. And we want to stop it. And that's what we're trying to do with Blue Monarch Project. And I am so excited. Just want to tell you a little story. Because we did raise like about 600 monarchs this past year and release them. Unfortunately, we had a lot of disease. It was heartbreaking. We try to get the eggs before they're hatched, because the spores for this disease are left by the infected butterfly. It sits beneath the scales on their abdomen, and it like falls down on top of the egg. And then when the butterfly hatches, the little caterpillar, it eats the eggshell and the spores, and then they're infected. And then they turn into protozoa inside the caterpillar and just eat away. So pretty much take their life from them. They can be born all different ways. Their wings are all crinkled up and thin, and you can see discoloration. They just kind of sit around. They don't have any energy. You try to get them to eat. They can't eat. They have trouble absorbing water. You just, I try to give them, I have a special place because they are infected, that I put them and try to at least let them have a few days of life out in the sunshine on a beautiful flower or something like that. You know, at least, because they're just so sweet. And they get so excited that when you talk to them and tell them how beautiful they are, and they're so happy and go lucky, and it's just very sad to see them suffer. And we do have a donation button at Blue Monarch Project. We have hundreds of milkweed sprouts. We need to plant thousands of milkweed plants if we're going to bring the population of monarch butterflies. I know there's some of you out there that remember the days back here in Redlands and Loma Linda where we used to have monarchs by the millions, and that was a sign, everyone, that we were doing more things right back then. To get to this point where we've literally wiped them out and continue on a daily basis with these neonicotinoid pesticides, which are, this pesticide is in the plants that you're buying at all of these nurseries, Home Depot, Lowe's, all of these places you're buying plants are full of neonicotinoid pesticides, which stay in there for like as much as like 9 months, and that is poison nectar. So you want to do a good thing and help the bees and the butterflies, but it's kind of hard when they're eating poison nectar. And this stuff, even at half of the dose that the government allows, there's 100% death in bees and butterflies. It is that toxic. Australia and New Zealand, they just said, that's it. No more of these friggin' pesticides that are killing our bees. They're saying no. At the end of the year, they want all the neonecs out of their friggin' country. That is Australia and New Zealand, everyone. So we salute you, for taking that on. And of course, we've been supporting Arkansas, the state of Arkansas, and those other states that are trying to stand up to dicamba, which literally drifts and kills entire fruit trees. And we are using this pesticide. Why? To go back to what I said earlier, Monsanto, you failed. What was your promise? Oh, we're going to spray this glyphosate. And we're talking billions of pounds of pesticide. Billions that we have sprayed. And that stuff doesn't disappear. It actually changes form into these other chemicals that go into our air and that we then breathe. And go into our water and all kinds of things. Well, I'm going to be talking about all the E. coli infection in our food system. I'm going to swing around to that. But these neonicotinoids, I just want to spend a minute on because they are in the plants that you are buying for your yard. It even says it right on there. We are going to start having plant sales, Smart Health Talk. We're bringing in pesticide-free nectar plants, milkweed plants, We have a bunch of baby ones, but we need pots. We need potting soil to help get them out to the community. Any kind of donation really helps a lot with that. And then the story that I wanted to tell you, just one other quick thing about the neonates. They actually have a synthetic nicotine in there. They get the bees addicted to the nicotine, just like you get addicted to cigarettes. And did you want to say something, Brandon?
Only slightly relevant. I watched the Bee Movie last night, and they actually cover that in the Bee Movie.
Do they?
Yeah.
What do they say?
They show them smoking the bees, and then the bees get addicted to the smoke, and then they start to rely on the smoke coming, and then there's a hive collapse if they don't smoke them anymore, and yeah.
Yeah, this false dependency, actually. And it's just getting them addicted to a poison that's killing them at the rate where one corn seed coated with that pesticide can kill 360,000 bees. And I mean, I can't stop saying it because I just can't even believe it. I can't believe we're allowing this.
One seed.
One seed can kill 300. It's coated on the outside. It looks pink or blue. And that is the pesticide on the outside of the corn seeds, the soy seeds, the canola seeds, the sunflower seeds. They come coated with that pesticide on the outside. 2% goes in the plant. The rest goes into our water system, our soil, our air. And these pesticides, one seed can kill 360,000 bees. I mean, why are we using this? And that's why I am so excited. Australia, New Zealand, and we have other countries around the world that are taking the stand. Australia and New Zealand are the latest, but they are huge producers, Australia especially. And so the fact that they're making these calls, they're accepting the science. Because the science that is submitted to our government is, guess who do you think is behind the science that says, oh, these pesticides are just fine, they're not toxic, don't worry about anything? Well, who do you think tells our government that?
Is it the good people at the EPA?
No, it's the people that make the pesticide.
So you mean they pay the politicians so that they get a say?
No, what happens is that the people that make the pesticide, they test it to see if it's safe. But they only test it for like 3 months. We're eating this stuff day after day after day, year after year after year, and people are being exposed to these pesticides, at school, at the staff at school, teachers, students, because there's farms right across the street and they're spraying these pesticides, which there's new rules for schools. But yeah, it's the wolf guarding the hen house, Brandon. They can get scientists to put whatever they want, and we have documentation on how they've lied, they've manipulated. They submitted information that proves nothing really, because 3 months is not enough time for it to develop to cancer. But we have an interview under the French study under our podcast tab on our smarthealthtalk.com website, where we interviewed Dr. Seralini, and he is a French scientist along with other top scientists that went underground, Brandon. They went because Monsanto doesn't allow anyone to test their product. Only them. Or a university that they own. And people think that Monsanto is creating these GMOs. And I have to tell everybody out there, not true. They are selling them. They license them. They do not create them. Where do you think they're made, Brandon? Where are GMOs created?
I was about to ask where they made if Monsanto doesn't make them. Are they made in the labs that Monsanto pays for, or where are they made?
They're made at our universities, our California state universities, like UCR. Any of our California state universities. In their labs, they're researching CRISPRs and GMOs and all these other man-made seeds and food that we don't need. Like they have GMO potatoes, okay? Because the fast food industry wants a perfect potato. They don't want one mark on there. They want it a certain size, so when they cut it, the way those French fries sit in the little carton is perfect. Well, they have to spray all these multiple pesticides to get a perfect potato. And these are some of the most toxic. It's mutating our wildlife, so they're having overbites. They can't have sex. They have micro penises. They have crooked scrotums. They have tumors all over their body. And this is from the drift of these potato pesticides for the fast food industry. So they made sure that and this is Cargill, the biggest food producers in the world, they got these approved with a little, to our feds over there to make sure they got it through okay for them. And now they're growing them, and they're resistant to these pesticides that we don't even want to be used at all. And so what happens is we have a woman over, I think it was in Maine, and guess what she has, Brandon? She has a organic potato that's resistant to all those diseases. We have one. We have one that this organic farmer developed, or she found the seed. I don't know how she did it exactly, but she won an award because she can grow the perfect potato without any diseases and not one single drop of pesticide or a GMO seed. We have potatoes that we don't even need regular water. We can use seawater. We can use salt water to grow potatoes. And these are not GMO. These are varieties. We have thousands and thousands of varieties of food from all over the world that us here in the United States have no clue about, has like superpowers. Like all of a sudden we're like, oh, acai. Remember the acai berries?
Yeah.
I mean, those are like weeds in South America. People have been eating them down there for like, how about yucca root, or maca root? These are like things that they've been eating, lychee fruit. China, for the emperor used to eat lychee fruits. We had no clue. Right here I have choice, but the other one that I was going to talk organic tea, everyone, nothing but organic tea. I was going to talk about is the Tulsi tea, which is one of my favorites. And Tulsi is something that for thousands of years was drank in India, and it's a tea that balances your whole body, because you get out of whack where one system is like going too strong and it weakens the other system. So Tulsi tea, which has been used for thousands of years in India and some other countries, has only been introduced here in like the past 12, 13 years.
What's it taste like?
It's delicious. They have all different types, and Organic India is my absolute favorite. And they have an organic turmeric supplement too, which is super hard to find. But yeah, Tulsi tea, and I was going to tell everyone I just ordered a whole case of their cleansing tea. They have a Tulsi Lax, but they have a Tulsi Cleanse. And I tell you, this is something I recommend. I got a whole case off Amazon. But it works on your kidneys and your liver, Brandon. And with all these pesticides people have been eating and these chemicals, your kidneys and your liver have really taken a hit. You need to take time to cleanse, to just give them. These herbs are not making any claims that it's going to do some miraculous thing. But there are certain foods that seem to work on certain parts of our body. And it's really more of when we're talking cleanse, I want to help people understand this. We're not talking about some, forcing our body to do something per se. Instead, what we're talking about is giving our kidney and our liver cells the nourishment that they need so they can do what they're supposed to do, because we've been starving them. And like I try to say, and this is going to be my mantra now, it's going to be loving my body. That's right. I want you to love your body, and I'm not talking about getting, out of hand here or anything like that. We're talking about what goes in that body, and that you put it that first above everything. Your health, you. How many people depend on you? How many people love you? They want you around. You got to take care of yourself. We can't be sitting around thinking someone else is going to be taking care of us. We got to take care of ourselves. And guess what? You lead by example when you start taking care of yourself. You start making good choices. You don't even have to tell anyone anything. I tell you, I am feeling so good right now. I wanted to bring my big glass bottle of raw milk down here too that has like changed my life, that I get from my local farmer. But I did bring something else that helps change my life. And that's some fire cider. That's right. It feels really good going down. It makes you feel all warm and cozy inside. That's right. And I tell you, okay, let's read some of these ingredients here. Okay, we got apple cider vinegar, and who does not know that apple cider vinegar is good? How about that, Brandon? You know that, right?
I've been cooking with it to get it because I've heard you're supposed to take a shot of it a day. So I'll put 2 shots in my food in case that heat does anything bad to it, and I've been eating that every day.
Okay, well, that's good. And you get an organic one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Raw, organic.
That's perfect.
Because that's usually what's actually just sold where I get it. So I
don't
really have a choice where I get it.
Well, people don't know, but some vinegars, like the white vinegar, that can come from petroleum.
How do they get vinegar out of petroleum?
You would be surprised. They can make so many chemicals out of these raw materials. It's unbelievable. Look at all the things. Just go into the store and look at all the different ways plastic looks.
Oh man.
But anyway, okay, that's the first ingredient. But this one is the unsweetened. But I tell you, buying this 64 ounce on Amazon, it's normally $2 an ounce. I got it for $1 an ounce, and you can get the sweetened or the unsweetened. What I've been doing, I get my honey at the farmer's market, and it looks like that. That's a big old jar of honey, isn't it?
Yeah.
So obviously, we've been going through it. This is desert honey, raw, and it's all grainy. And that is a good sign. If it's grainy, that says that it's raw and it's unfiltered. And you want organic, raw, unfiltered honey only. So I support my local farmers. I get that from a real farmer's market. And I did talk to the Sprouts people this week, and I said, hey, first of all, I'd like to know, could you please talk to your property owners and make sure that they're not spraying some toxic pesticides around your store? Because we really don't appreciate that, and we need stores like you that are promoting wellness to make sure that people aren't being exposed to pesticide when they come and shop at your store. Because they didn't have a clue. They're like, oh, the property manager, blah, blah, blah. So, and I had to tell them a beef that I have with, I do appreciate Sprouts and the fact that they offer organic choices and they have good deals and all that. But the fact they call themselves a farmer's market, I really have a problem with. They are not a farmer's market. I know what a farmer's market is. I go to it all the time. And it's real farmers there with their farmer direct food. Usually at a local location, not inside Sprouts. So I had to tell them that. But I want to tell everyone, since we're on the pesticide, I want to get back to neonates for a while. I'm going to be, if you go to any of my social media, Smart Health Talk, I'm on all of it. I'm going to be posting a link. You can find it on Beyond Pesticides Tue. We have an opportunity in California to stop neonicotinoids. Actually, I think it's California. I have to go back. I'm not sure if it's a federal level. I think it's California. And there's a comment period. Now, it doesn't matter if it's federal California, for all the California people out there. We need to get our comments in that say we want them, we want to be like Australia, and we want to kick those neonicotinoids off the shelf, because who else is going to look out for those bees and butterflies? We're the ones killing them, you know? Who else is going to look out for them? It's up to us, everyone. Yeah, we got to do it. All right? So I want everyone to like send in a comment, call your legislator. It takes less than 5 minutes. You call him up, you just say, hey, I want him to be clear. I want neonicotinoids banned permanently. Don't use them at all in our state ever. Okay? Now, do we have that that song that I sent you?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, let's play that song because guess what, everyone? We got a reason to party. Yeah, woo! That's right. Something really good happened. And this is for everybody in the state of California that doesn't want their home to be poisoned. Yeah, because guess what? The state of California, they came along and they said, you know what? We're going to give ourselves permission to spray 79 different pesticides, and these are going to be some of the worst of the worst. We're going to give ourselves permission to spray them anywhere, anytime, without anyone's permission, because we're the state and we can make the rules, and no one can say anything about it or fight us. Well, guess what? We got our best groups out there, took them to court, and they lost. Woohoo! That means they cannot come on our property and spray merit like they did to all of us right here in Redlands and Loma Linda and this whole friggin' area around here, like they did at my friend's house over in Corona, where they came to spray for the mosquitoes. And like no one even knew. No one even knew they were spraying, coming down the street in the middle of the night, their baby's window open for that pesticide to come right in. And I went and talked to the toxology person right over here at the American Legion building. Oh, it's fine. It'll just go away. And just, it's not, that's not true, because if it's in shade, it does not just go away. And your dog, your baby could walk through it. They're on the grass because they sprayed the orange tree. And what was happening is we're getting this Asian citrusillid because farmers are using shortcut farming. Yeah, you go spray these pesticides, you get a little bit bigger yield, a little bit of extra money in your pocket. But guess what? There's a price to pay. And that price is a big one, because later on, maybe you're going to get cancer like non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Or maybe later on, your soil's dead and your trees are all dying because they have such a weak immune system. The Asian citrusillid greening disease took them over because they couldn't even fight it off, because you kept spraying pesticides and spraying pesticides and spraying pesticides and just throwing a few chemicals on the ground. Like, that is supposed to keep them healthy and alive. And then the rest of us are supposed to get sprayed with pesticide to help protect your weak trees. Okay, sorry, that doesn't work for me. And people were not told they could opt out, and they were just coming right onto our property. Oh, we're going to spray this pesticide and you can't do anything about it. Well, guess what? They can't do that anymore, because we stood up and we fought and we stopped it. Yeah, we got one crazy video where my friends and I were out there with ropes and chains, and we stopped them from coming down the street, and we were on the Channel 9 News. Channel 7 News, excuse me, on the 5, 6, and 7 o'clock news. So, the thing is, like, we got the news down there, and we can do that. We need to be fighting about these pesticides in our schools, everyone. And I want to read Dr. Stephanie Seneff. She's on our homepage, along with, check back later today. I got started getting my link to Valentine's Day. Let's make Valentine's organic this year.
I'm ready.
But hey, vegan. I have all these great vegan organic chocolate choices that are, oh my gosh. We've had like the people from like Theo Chocolate from Seattle, Brandon, on our show before. I mean, these people are like PhD scientists that are designing these chocolates, all right? I mean, every single bite is just like an experience. You just want to like take your time and let it melt in your mouth and enjoy every single second of it. But get this. Did you hear? Okay, Brandon. Now, what were Meghan? It's Markley. Meghan Markley that got engaged to Prince William.
Okay. Yeah.
No, Prince Harry.
Okay.
Harry,
yeah, I don't keep.
Yeah,
up
I'm
with-
not really big on all the royalty stuff either, like some people. But yeah, Meghan Markle, big fan because I've been watching Suits for many years, and I loved her in that. And she just always seemed like a really sweet person to me. And it turns out she went to like 3 different countries volunteering, India, Africa. She was out there doing that way before she even met Harry. But do you recall them explaining about the big moment when he popped the question? What were they doing?
No idea. What were they doing?
They were roasting chicken.
Oh, nice.
I'd like to know if it was an organic chicken because I think it probably was. But they were roasting chicken, and for a long time now, we've kind of known, there's been some of us that know that, hey, roasting a chicken on Valentine's Day can maybe end in a proposal. So we have what we call our Making It Hot chicken. And so we got a great recipe. It is absolutely delicious. It's super easy to do. It's like baking it in the oven, but you bake it a certain way and put certain herbs on there. And then we even have some gluten-free recipes to go along with it. But we'll probably be expanding and adding a few more pictures. But let me tell you, this chicken is like the bomb. And be making that, keeping it hot chicken for your Valentine. Woo, woo, woo. I tell you, you never know what might happen. But we got it all right there for you, along with the great chocolate that you guys could share together. But I tell you, giving organic as a gift, I mean, I would feel really special if people went out of their way to make sure that I got the absolute very best as a gift for someone special or a friend, whatever it is. It's saying, I've been willing to go one step further because you are super special, and I don't want to give you a pesticide, GMO-laden piece of chocolate. But who doesn't like chocolate? And not just that, but I have a link to the Organic Bouquet website. And, people have sensitivities, and, you can get flowers without pesticides. They use a lot of pesticides on flowers. So getting those organic flowers from Organic Bouquet is another way that you can say, I love you. But I never finished reading the fire cider ingredients. I kind of want to get back to that. That was, we had the apple cider vinegar, but this also has oranges, lemons, onions, ginger, horseradish, garlic, turmeric, and habanero pepper. That's what gives it that extra warmness that makes you feel all warm and cozy inside. And I tell you, okay, the unsweetened is a little bit hardcore. That's why what I've been doing is I mix it with honey and I let it set out overnight, and it actually helps it ferment a little bit more. But if you get the sweetened one, it's absolutely perfect. But I like to do that. And then what I've been doing is mixing it with some dark cherry juice, the tart cherry juice, because that is really good for your joints. So I just mix the two together, get that shot, it goes down. I didn't have any heartburn, nothing. I was like, okay, we got a good formula going here. And of course, I recommend the Bio-K, which is in the refrigerator section. That has, it has like billions of, it's something like 50 billion bacteria per shot. These other ones, we have 1 billion. Yeah, but is it even alive? Maybe you had 1 billion in the beginning, but most of these, the probiotic isn't even alive. It's not in a form that's going to, do what you want it to do. Bio-K will get you there. And for flu season, I wanted to have some warnings from you. I'm going to be doing regular basis. I'm doing my fire cider with my honey and my black cherry juice, my Bio-K. I'm going to be doing my Tulsi tea, cleansing tea, to really kind of give my kidneys and my liver a little boost of nutrition so they can do their whatever it is that they have to do, whether it's get rid of stuff, make new cells, because these specific foods in the Tulsi tea, the cleansing tea, that's what they do. And for those of you that have a big problem with your gut, they have Tulsi Lax, so that one can help too. Speed things along a little bit. And as we're battling the flu season, always remember the number one thing you can do is wash your hands. And you may think, oh, there's no soap. Doesn't matter. I heard from a PhD biologist that said water is also very effective. You're just washing away what's on top of your skin, and water is actually very good at that. If you have honey on your skin and you put your hand into the water, doesn't all the stickiness go away? Okay, well, even if you just have water, you're getting rid of a big part of the population. And just remember, if you're out there in the public, you're touching people, you're now contaminated. Immediately think you're contaminated. Stop touching your face. Number one, stop touching your face. Don't touch your mouth, especially. No, any of that. Don't touch your face, period. Okay? As soon as you shake someone else's hand, touch a hand railing, go upstairs, open a door, you're now contaminated. Do not practice. Don't touch your face. Okay? Realize as soon as you touch these other things, after that, you now have... The chances are you have something on your hands that you don't want. And so you have to be really careful. And don't use these Purell and these alcohol-based cleaners. They're causing men to have low sperm counts, get cancer. Not good for women either. BPA in there, it actually is, the alcohol is making you absorb more BPA. So if you do things with credit cards, with cash register slips, these all have BPA on the paper when they have this heat printing going on. So then you wash your hands with the alcohol, you touch the BPA, you're absorbing more of these hormone disruptors. Not a good thing. Okay, I want to read to you, okay, where's the other part of this? Okay, let me find the other part. Okay. Oh, and another good tip, stay away from other people that are sick. How about that? Do not let them come into your house. Do not hang out. What happened, Brandon? Do you think that's good advice?
Oh, yeah, I was just holding up the 3.
Okay. Yeah, I just say, when you're around sick people, when you're touching these things, it's a red alert. Just like hear that red alert in your head over and over again. So, like I mentioned, save your money. If you want to buy plants for your home, if you want to help with the butterflies, in about a month, we're going to start having a really good supply of milkweed and nectar flowers. And over the winter time, I have 7 healthy butterflies at home to release right now that were just born, but I have these 3 mutants right here that'll never fly. It's very sad. But, by some miracle, I thought, I wasn't going to have any more eggs for a long time, but this one magical butterfly came into my yard multiple days. It was this big, beautiful monarch. I mean, it looked so healthy and so gorgeous. It was just gigantic. And it laid eggs, and I went searching and found about 50 monarch eggs. So I'm going to have more butterflies in about 6 weeks. Well, actually about a month. So I'm very excited about that. One of the things that kind of held me back today is I went outside and we had this rain, and I had all these jars of stems from different milkweed plants trying to grow them. And guess what I found in there, Brandon?
What'd you find?
Mosquitoes. Thousands of them.
Do mosquitoes eat butterflies or the eggs?
Oh, well, they'll eat us. No, they'll eat us, okay? and they can spread disease, and that gives a reason for the state to want to come and spray us. So we don't want any mosquitoes. And I'm over there, I was like multiplying them like crazy right in my yard. So I freaked out. I just started I buried them is what I did. Is I dug a hole in my compost. I dumped all the water, washed the plants off, sanitized them, sanitized the jars. Oh my God. And I had about 30 jars. So it was quite an ordeal. But everyone, please go and visit bluemonarchproject.com. Donate, help us out. We need pots. We need potting soil. Plant, and I'm going to be putting up pictures of our flowers and plants that we're going to be having that are going to be neonicotinoid free. And please tune in to Smart Health Talk again next Tuesday. Find our podcast on iHeartRadio or right on the KCAA website, and also our YouTube. Please subscribe. And we really want to thank you so much for tuning in today. And please choose organic. All right, let's not support those big corporations that are trying to poison us. Thanks a lot for tuning in, everyone. Bye.